another reason why you want to take control of what you're doing.
Everything kind of funnels into the only winning move is not to play the game.
I don't know, guys. This whole thing sounds pre-recorded.
Episode 97 of the Weather Report, man. It's been a while since we've been here, but hey, I want to welcome everybody to the Weather Report. I know that you guys have been waiting for another edition of this program. And like I said, we're at episode 97. I want to introduce to you a real good friend of Ken's, who he just got back from the Tiki Oasis convention back down in Arizona. And his name is Amir Santiago, and he is the curator and the owner of Santiago Cigars. And just wanted to go around the horn and meet ready. I'm Bruce, and tonight I am drinking some Four Roses, and I'm also having a nice little Arturo Fuente cigar. So I'll take a little puff off of that. My co-host Ken over there, Mad K Studio Ken over there. He's my co-host over there. And at the bottom of the screen right there, you see Amir Santiago. And we want to welcome him here to the show. Welcome, Amir. How you doing? I'm a cigar. I love cigars. I love cigars and I love bourbon. So this is a perfect scenario to me. It's Saturday night and I'm just sitting here. Been working all day. Just had my dinner. And now I'm sitting back. I'm talking to a guy that knows and loves cigars just as much as me, and just welcome here, man. We want to welcome you here. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. So now you're living the life, huh? You're living the life.
I'm living the life right now. I'm living the life.
You are in the podcast, smoking your cigar. There you go. That's the way it is. I can.
Yeah, it's good. You know, the Arizona Tiki Oasis, shout out to Baby Doe and Otto for putting that show on. But it's in Scottsdale, Arizona every April. And the last couple of years, Amir here has been there with cigars, and he puts on a seminar about cigars. And last year I didn't do it, and I regretted it. So this year in April, I made sure I was there, and it did not disappoint. My goodness, I learned so much more than 90 minutes from Amir in cigars and how they're made and what they do. I was so completely impressed, and I just say, you know, I talked to you, Amir. I met your beautiful wife, your lovely kids, great family. They were all there, and the product is fantastic. But more importantly, we're kindred spirits in our entrepreneurial journeys, I would say, and so that's why I wanted to bring you to our audience and introduce our audience to many of them are cigar smokers as well. As am I, but not tonight, because I literally ran out. We were texting before the show back and forth, Amir and I, about what cigars I need to order. So I have got more on the way, which I'm excited about. But I thank you so much for coming on. I love what you're doing. And can you tell us just a little bit about, okay, we'll get into the cigar business in a little bit and what you're doing, but where you're from and how did you get into the cigar business?
Well, thank you for the invitation, right? Foremost, Baby Doe and Euro as well. Thank you for the invitation on Tiki Oasis. So, Amir Santiago. So I'm the president I'm the founder of Santiago Cigars. I'm born and raised in Puerto Rico. Dominican parents. I can say that I grew up in both countries, right? In Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic. Every single summer I used to go to the Dominican, spend my summers in there with my grandmothers and uncles and all my cousins and stuff. So, but yeah, from Puerto Rico. There you
go. Very good. So you ended up, you've landed now and you're in what part of California? In San Diego area?
Well, I'm in Santa Maria, California.
Santa Maria.
Yeah. So what was that? 2012. I went to New York. I came here to California just to do a job. And then I come back and then return back to California. Came here to Santa Maria just to do a favor on a company. And well, I met my girlfriend, right? Esmeralda, you meet her. And since then I just stay here. And yeah, has been a challenge here. So, well, yeah, love it, Santa Maria,
So
California.
before you were, yeah, what were you doing for work? What was your trade before you got into the cigar world? Or have you always been in the
Well,
cigar industry?
yeah. So my background, I'm an automation engineer. I used to work for pharmaceuticals years ago. When I came to California, that's when I saw the challenge and the I would say not the challenge, but it was more like, okay, this it was a journey. Oh, California is considered the number one region or country or state that it's recognized by the growing regions, right? So, yeah, being as an automation engineer when I came here, so I decide, okay, what about if I change my journey and go into the food industry with the scope or the goal to become a grower here in California? And
Okay.
since, I think that everything was just engineered on my brain on how to, we can do it. And since then, I would say coming into California was that trigger that made me change. Uh, I don't want to say my background, but it changed my mindset of, okay, this is what I want to do moving forward, and this is the legacy that I want to leave for my kids and my family. So, yeah, that's the. I would say that was the biggest thing when I came into California. But that's how I end up here. So,
Well, welcome to the team. Bruce is an engineer, and I'm a product designer by trade. That's what I do, is design motorcycle parts and accessories. And Bruce makes metal boxes. What do you do, Bruce? You do some kind of engineering.
I make widgets. No,
I'm 3D. He's 2D.
no, I'm in high tech. I'm in high tech. I'm a high tech engineer. I work in facilities. I teach people how to plug in toasters and refrigerators, pretty much. That's what I do. And then I tell the city that they're dumb for not permitting it.
So, what was the birth of Santiago Cigars then? You started in what, 2023, 2022, somewhere around there?
well, so I would say it was before that. I would say 2014. That's when I started the journey here in California. When I decided to make this hobby, it was always a hobby for me.
Sure.
To make cigars and be in the cigar environment, right? But it was 2014 when I started doing the Tiki Oasis. Then I stopped. 2015 when all that political stuff started with the you cannot smoke in public area and all that stuff that came to the state. So I step away for a little bit, start I would say perfectioning the blend or getting more flavor from the blends that we were working on. So 2022, that's when we finished, and now that's when I would say registered the company and start making the trademark for Santiago Cigars here in California. Mm-hmm. So everything started 2022. That's when Santiago Cigars finally came to life.
Yep, I got a question for you. So your first cigar was a dad's cigar? Was it grandpa's cigar? Was it in the backyard when everybody was not looking, or did you get in cigars after you were well into an adulthood?
So yeah, that's a good question. So
let's get into the big backstory.
Yeah, so wow, there were two sides of the stories, right? The first one was when I was a kid. On those travels that I used to do for Dominican Republic when I was a kid, my parents, they always sent me to the Dominican Republic for summer. So my grandmother, she used to smoke. Well, she used to hand roll her own cigars.
Oh.
In her leg, she said, my aunt, hey, I want you to go grab me this tobacco, XYZ, bring it in here. So she used to go grab the tobacco, bring it in here, and every time that she brought the wrong tobacco, I get beat up for that. It was like, oh my God, what happened here? So it was happening. I didn't know what was happening. I was just a kid. But I do remember that every time that she smoked, the little thumb, how I call it, which is the end of the cigar, she used to just drop it like through the back. And I was right there picking it up, smoking it. That was how I started on the cigars. I would say that was me being a kid, curious, getting the puff, like,
Mhm.
oh my God. Sometimes she was like in those chairs that bounce back, and I have my fingers there, and I just get smudged my fingers and stuff. Right? Yeah. So that was on my young time, right, when I was a kid. But then when I leave Puerto Rico, that I get to New York, I have my friend Santana Bugs, and shout out for him if he's watching us right now on YouTube. So he was the one that told me, hey, you know that what you do, you can get into the cigar business and you're gonna be doing good because you know people. And look, this is my cigar. This is how you do it. So he get me now again into the world, okay, but now as a business. Let's see it on the business side of what we do for hobby. It can be a business.
Yeah.
And then when I get here to California, that's when the real thing gets serious because California is one of the top consumers on
Wow.
cigars.
Wow.
Not
Wow.
tobacco product, cigars. And
Mhm.
they are
Wow.
enthusiasts. People they enjoy it. And I think that that's one of the main reason why that political stuff start
Mhm.
coming up
Mhm.
because there were too much money flowing
Oh,
through
it's always.
third parties, and those
Yeah.
are exterior, external, international companies, right? Making
Right.
millions in here. It's like, okay, but how can we profit of this?
Right.
That's how I see it, right? But
Mhm.
when I came to California, that's it was just it was changing my whole story. So that's how I started on the business, and that's how Santiago Cigars came to life in 2022. And since then, we're here.
Is the cigar business as a is kind of an industry sort of like the I guess the craft beer industry where there's a lot of small guys doing it and then there's a few really obviously the big players, but is there like the small craft brew beer people in the Midwest up here. I'm in Wisconsin, and it's huge, as you
Yeah.
can imagine. Wisconsin, Minnesota is full of craft brewers because 6 months a year there's nothing else to do except look at the frost outside and smoke cigars and drink beer. But a lot of the craft brewers, as they grow, they not partner with their competition, but it's kind of a friendly competition, and it's a group.
Yeah.
Is it like that? Is the cigar industry kind of like that too, or is it a little bit more? Um,
Well,
I don't-
yeah, I would say yes. On the cigar industry, you got two layers, right? You got the legacy companies, which are the companies that have generations,
right.
3, 4 generations on the business. But then you have what we call the boutique cigars, right? And in the
Yeah.
boutique cigars, you got people like us that are, yeah, they only do their own blends, but it's manufactured by third parties, right? And
Sure.
that's why they get their brands and stuff like that. Us, we are in between those two layers because we are manufacturers, but we also are boutique because we're not a big brand in the have,
Mm.
I don't know, 1 generation, 2 generations.
Right. Right.
We're right there. We're barely starting, but yeah, just to answer your question, yes. So uh, they do what is called the PCA, which is just the Cigar Association, and they do a massive event in Vegas. And these last 2 years, they have been doing in New Orleans. But yeah, they do collaborations as well. If you see in the cigar industry, you can notice that all the brands that are in the market, they're always the same. It's just the same manufacturing companies. All that they do because they know that they have that legacy and that they have all these years behind them. It's just
Right.
creating new names for the cigars that they have, and things that I cannot set here right now, and we can talk about that in the background. But yeah, that's how they market the cigar industry. But yes,
So there's a lot of private labeling. You have your manufacturers, and then they'll private label this for that.
Yeah.
That's pretty common in the world that I'm into in product design.
correct.
There's you can manufacture something for somebody else, label it as their brand, and they can take it and run with it.
Right.
So yeah, I can see that, but I think that's really sets you apart because you are the one that you are manufacturing your own.
Yeah.
When we did at the Tiki Oasis at the seminar that you gave, it was really interesting because you had actually I had no idea what went into a cigar. In my mind, it was like dry some tobacco, chop it up into bits, roll it in a chunk of skin somewhere from a leaf, and put a little gold band on it. It's good to go. But you were showing the different layers of, this layer holds the tobacco in, this layer is a flavor layer, and then the end cap is a whole different piece on its own, and just how that all works. And as a product guy, I was like, oh, this is amazing. It's so intricate.
Yeah.
So now when I'm looking at the cigars, when I got them home and I could really spend some time, I'm like, all right, this is what he's. Oh, I see that. I can see the ridge here. I can see how this works. Okay,
Right.
if I cut it like this, it'll because I like to cut just a V slit at the end.
Yeah,
instead of chopping off the old and chopping the whole end off. And I learned that there.
All right.
After I burned myself with the lighter. So this is a side thing.
Yeah.
So I've got the V cutter. I've got the V cutter, but I like that. I like the end cutter. That's my favorite one, the end cutter.
You'll love this.
And then you got a punch. You got a punch. A couple of friends of mine have a punch. And I'll just give you a little history about me and my cigars.
Yeah, go ahead.
The only reason that I'm doing cigars right now is because I started golfing. And I never touched a cigar until like 1992. I was 32 years old and I started golfing and everybody was smoking cigars. So my first cigar, I was a smoker up until then. And then I quit smoking and then I was doing chewing tobacco because I was playing baseball. And then I stopped doing chewing tobacco because my wife hated it, said I was going to get mouth cancer and stuff. So now every month, every once or twice a month, I'll spark up a cigar now. And that's been my guilty pleasure along with my bourbon and whatever else I put in my bourbon and vodka and whatever else I'm drinking. But it's more of a social thing. It really is. I think it's a social kind of a thing where you can sit back and you can enjoy something that a lot of people just like you said, it's a huge market, but it's a very niche market because not everybody smokes cigars. And especially when you get together in a crowd, like if I go to a barbecue or something, you got to be real careful because a lot of people go like, oh, nobody wants to smoke. But then again, you find other guys that are going like, hey, we're gonna go do some cigars, back in the corner, come on. I'm like, all right, man, we're gone.
Well, and talking about that too, everyone uses a little bit different. For me, the cigars, the time by myself, I can sit out. I've got a beautiful deck on the back of my house that overlooks this farm. It's just Midwest glory. It's just beautiful. You've seen it, Bruce. Bruce came out and visited me a couple years ago. It's absolutely beautiful back there, and I can sit there with a bourbon or a rum and a cigar, and all of the world's problems go away for that half an hour while I'm sitting and enjoying that. And it's the cigar itself has to be a good cigar. That's one of the things where I smoked when I was younger, cigars, and I was younger and dumb, so I was just whatever cheap cigar you could get. It's like ditch weed or something. God knows what, it's sawdust and whatever else they swept into these things for 30 cents. The Swisher Sweet world. Ugh. But
no,
that's terrible. Oh my God, those are awful. That's what
guys on
our high school smoked.
We got guys on my fishing trip, man. They got like 20 packs of them for the fishing trip for a week, and all they do is smoke Swisher Sweets. I'm going like, you sure you don't want a good cigar, man? Because I got some good cigars over here if you want it. But I just changed my background, and this is where I smoke my cigarettes here. I got this little pond in my backyard in the corner, man, and it's just fantastic. Little waterfalls, got the freaking sound effects and everything. Turn on a Giants game or a little bit of music, bourbon, cigar. It's beautiful.
All right. So Kenna, just to go back to what you were saying that that you get impressed, right? How we touch base on the seminars over there. That we try to educate people, right? Every time that I put my words and my hands on cigar, it's just not only light up a cigar and that's it. Or let me just throw smoke everywhere. I try to educate people, and I think that the goal was achieved. And every year that we go to Tiki Oasis, we see that enthusiasm. We see that how people engage with us. Every year we try to get something new, right? And just to get with your audience right now, and just to give them a little feel what we do when we do the seminars. That it's not only light up a cigar, we educate them, right?
Right.
First, you need to be over 21 years old. Uh, Copyright here. You need to be 21 years and over, California.
Disclosure.
Uh, so yeah, on the seminars, basically we talk about the vitolas, what's the meaning of a vitola, the different sizes, shapes, the wrappers, the binders, the fillers. What else? We also talk about difference on the cigars, right? I don't know if you guys know the terms, but you got what is called short filler cigars versus a long filler cigar. Right now, Bruce, what you're smoking is what?
It's a Turo Fuentes Grande Reserva. So it's
it's
one of
a
my favorites. Huh?
So it's a long filler or it's a short
It's a
filler?
long. It's a long.
It's a long filler cigar, right?
Yeah.
But it's
yeah.
not. But long filler doesn't mean that it's a long cigar.
No, that's true.
Oh,
so I
okay.
don't know. So
You
I
know,
don't
okay.
know. I don't know.
Yes, it's okay. So yeah, the difference just short filler is just, when we are wrapping or when we are hand rolling a cigar, all the scrap and all the loose and all the excess tobacco, right? The leftovers. So
Sure.
all that we combine it and we bind it in the binder with the binder, and it's just all that picadura, what we call picadura. So that's what is a short filler. When you call a long filler cigar, it's just that you have, and I'm gonna educate you right now here. Hold on.
There we go.
Ken, you're gonna love this one because this is what you like.
It was great in the seminar I did. He actually he was handing out. We were in our hands. We were feeling every part, every nuance of the cigar. It was great.
Yeah. So look, this one in here. All this is the filler, right? As you can see, this is a complete leaf, right? So when we do this, when we unroll, this is what is called a long filler. So that means that you have the whole leaf inside of the cigar.
Oh, okay.
Right there. That's what it is. It's just that.
It's just
in order for you to construct the cigar, to make it, you use the whole leaf. So it's a long filler. So it goes from the top to the bottom. And again, yeah, you just bind it. You just put all your fillers together. That's your long leaf. That's the long filler. Short filler versus long filler. That's what it is.
Wow.
cheaper or more expensive, or it doesn't matter.
Well, I would say the short fillers are I would say those are cheaper because it's not a selection of tobacco, right? It's just all the scrap that was left over. You process it, you put it together, and that's it. So you sell those ones, and nothing goes to waste.
So you get your $1.50 cigars from there.
Yeah, you can do $1.50 to $2, but remember, once you import into the United States, that's when everything changed. When you import into California,
it's
another rule. Yeah, absolutely.
I tell you what, the prices of cigars here are just like astronomical. If you go to, I mean, if you buy from one of the distributors, of course, you can buy from one of the big guys. You can get them for cheaper. But if you go into a cigar bar somewhere around here, you're paying anywhere from, I don't know, you could pay $10 a stick, $25 a stick, easy.
Yeah, that's usually the average. Yeah. I have been in humidors, and honestly, I see. Well, I shouldn't be saying that, but yeah, it just is the truth, right?
Yeah.
You go to a humidor and you see some cigars that they overpriced, and all that you're buying is just a branding, and I respect that, okay?
Yeah.
Because in order for you to get a product that the cost, we can talk about that, but it just the mindset behind it. Just to put market price and you get that price so high, like, yeah, sometimes
but not all tobacco is just the same tobacco, right? I mean, there's different types of tobacco. I know because I'm a backyard gardener. I also have a nursery that I do. I follow another guy named Jack Spirico, and he had a show the other day where he was talking about tobacco, and the beauty of the plant. I mean, there's some small tobaccos, there's large tobaccos, and he says the plant is beautiful. But he says there's so many varieties of tobacco. I mean, you got your R.J. Reynolds stuff that they do in Virginia that they make cigarettes out of and stuff like that. But cigar tobacco is maybe a little bit different. But I mean, you guys use more of a wide variety of tobaccos, right?
Yeah, basically, yeah, because we got different varieties, right? Because we have different layers on the plants, and then we have different growing method. Right. So let's say that we're doing the filler. So the filler, yeah, you still have to take care of the plant, but you don't need to go that meticulous like with the wrapper. The wrapper, you need to take care of every single leaf as an individual. So that means that, for example, if you grow an hectare of tobacco, let's say that you put 20,000 plants. Each plant giving you, I don't know, let's just put around just an even number, 10 leaf. So you need to take care of 200,000 leaf. Well,
wow.
So imagine, and every single leaf, at least in our farm over there in Ecuador, we put names to every single plant. And it's crazy because they say, oh, how are you going to call this line? Oh, okay, that one is going to be Maria. This one you call it Julieta. The other one.
Nice.
We make fun of that, but it's true. Once we put them like names of people, they just respond differently.
They're like your babies, right?
Yeah. So the wrapper, it takes it's a different process to grow the wrapper leaf.
So the wrapper leaf. I have a question. When you talk about you have to kind of curate every leaf. So as that leaf comes off as a wrapper, you want it to be. There can't be any breaks in it. There can't be any weak spots, right? So you're
correct.
And so that leaf needs to be perfect, like structurally perfect to wrap. Otherwise, the thing will just fall apart, right?
Correct. And what you're looking is just to have an even color on the wrapping or the wrap leaf.
Yeah, I didn't think of that.
Yeah. So it's not like the filler. You process it. You fermented the leaf. You pass that leaf through a process of fermentation to make what it's the inner side of the cigar. Then you got your binder, which is just basically the wrapper that doesn't pass the quality. That's why you use as a binder.
Right.
And then you have your wrapper leaf, which is the leaf that you need to just dry it. And then when you do the cure, it's a little bit different because you need to maintain some temperatures to have those even colors. Remember, the wrapper is just a presentation of your cigar.
Right.
So it has to be like low veins. It will have veins, right? But at least you try to keep the minimum veins that you can have on the wrapper.
Mm-hmm.
You see?
Okay. All right.
That's what it is. Yeah. That's how it works.
And so I'm trying to figure out how to discern, a higher end cigar from a lower end cigar. Is it something that you can see in the wrap itself, or is that what do you look for? So as a novice, I'm saying, okay, well, I'm in a cigar shop. I don't know one brand from the other.
Yeah.
What do I look for other than it has to say Santiago?
Well, I would say it's more the aging process of that tobacco. It's like the wine. It's like the whiskey. The more that you age it, the better quality it comes, right? But yeah, it's just based on the aging. On construction, it needs to be or to look nice, right? But then you got the smell. It smells good. It got all the flavors. You can see just by looking at the construction of the cigar if the cigar is going to be good or bad. The terminations that they do, all the quality on the wrapper, how they bind it, how they, if it's not too tight. Those are the little things that you're going to be looking when you start smoking and you get more experience on it. Those are the things that you're going to start looking. Okay, this one, I need to draw too much. My pupil, it hurts because it's too, it's too tight. Those little details, I don't know. Every cigar is like that, right? You can go to a store or a shop and I don't know, probably that cigar, it got stuck and then that pressure come down and you just make the cigar more tight, right? those are the little things that you start with.
You know what, you mentioned that, and I noticed that because I have there's a distillery out here called Tatterstall, and they've got of course a shop there, and in their shop they've got some cigars that they partnered with a cigar company, and they're infusing their whiskey into the wrap or into the tobacco. And it was one of those things. They tasted great. They're great cigars. They really are good. But I noticed that it's like, man, you got to haul on this thing to get any smoke in there. It was wrapped super, super tight.
Yeah.
And I didn't, when you just mentioned that right there, I'm like, that's the difference. Because yours, like the Maduros I had especially, were so smooth. I mean, they were such a pleasure to smoke. And that was a big difference. I did notice that. And I didn't know why, but you just explained it to me.
Yeah. So the cigar, they have to be when we press them, when we have the filler. Right, let's say that we just let's suppose that I hand roll this cigar right now. I put it on the mold, and then we have to press it. Right. So when we press, we need to be sure how much pressure we put on it, because we don't want to over pressurize. We don't want to put too much pressure on it, and then we cannot draw.
I suppose if you put too much pressure, the cigar will want to go out because there's no air. If it's packed tight, there's no air around the leaves to burn.
Right.
Correct. Yeah. So you mentioned.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Finish.
No. Ken was mentioning about the infusion on the cigars and stuff. I don't know if you remember in Tiki Oasis, I show up these ones that what we do sometimes.
Yes.
This one I put it. This is gonna be for my new 4th of July, New Year. So I use rum, tequila, whiskey, and I infuse them. I love it.
Yeah, it's a really interesting flavor. I mean,
a lot of times when we're sitting around the poker table at our fishing trip, when we're smoking cigars, we'll dip that thing in the bourbon, or we'll dip it in whatever we got, and it goes around pretty good. I mean, they're really good. But not everybody smokes cigars, right? I mean, some people, just like my boss, he loves cigars, and all he does is he just likes chewing them. I mean, that's his thing. And I think I'm not sure if that's a niche or whether he goes out. I mean, he does some fine cigars. I mean, he's got a well-rounded lineup of cigars in his humidor. I've never seen him once spark one up. He's always been just chewing them. It's just weird. Have you ever heard of that? I mean, is that a thing? Apparently it is.
You mean like to chew the cigars, like chew it?
To chew the cigar.
Yeah. Yeah, I can give you an example myself. When I smoke, I don't cut the end of the cigar. What I do, I just take that cap out, and that's it. I use the tobacco as my filter, so I just put it there with my thumb.
Yeah, that's about what I do. So, I mean, it's just,
and that's it. I just
the very edge.
It's common, It depends who's smoking it. There are people that like it. It's like chewing the tobacco, right? And here you got the cigar, so nothing goes to waste.
Well, that was something that impressed me. How you can use every part of the leaf, every part of that deal. He said, "This okay. This has a little flaw in it that can't be used as a wrap, but it can be used in other manufacturing process." And what amazed me too, because I think about, all right, I've had cigars where I've just let it sit out in a drawer for 2 years or something. I'm like, oh, I'm going to smoke this, and you open it up, it's powder. So I'm like, how the thing that amazed me was just how soft and pliable and the leaves were in the wrap and stuff that you brought down to the Tiki Oasis. I felt them like, oh, this makes so much more sense to me now how you'd wrap this, in the machinery used and things like that. I guess you learned some of that from your grandma, because you did mention that down there, how your grandma used to roll her own
with her leg.
Yeah. So how did you learn the trade of it?
I would say process. How I mentioned before, it was more when I get to New York that I start getting more involved into the smoking the cigars and stuff. But then when I came here in California, that's when, I will do this for my legacy. This is what I want to do, because it has been always a hobby. But now here, now it's going to be my business. So this is how I get into the trade of a cigar.
Mm.
Absolutely. And
So do you manufacture in it's product to the Dominican, or how does that all work? Are you making them on there? Do you make them up here, or is it grown down there and then made up here, kind of thing?
So I'm gonna talk about it, right? And I'm gonna get the
Without
opportunity
trade secrets. Any trade secrets you can of course keep yourself.
And I'm gonna get the opportunity to send my greetings to all my collaborators and people that have been key players on this business with me, and that has been since day one in this journey with me. So we grow the tobacco in Ecuador, Quevedo, Ecuador. Over there is Roberto Andrade's. We have a little farm there. We got like 5 hectares. That's gonna be like 10 acres of land where we grow Ecuadorian Habano wrapper. So it's what we call the Habana 2000. So the tobacco, we grow it there. We just ship it to Nicaragua. Nicaragua, we have Oscar Rivera over there. He's our master blender for the Nicaragua blend, and he's the one that manufactured the Esteli version. This is the box press. I think that I showed you that one to you in the past. So we have a little manufacturing company in Esteli, Nicaragua, with Oscar Rivera. Then we also manufacture in the Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic, I started with Pony Amaro, super recognized person in the cigar industry over there in the Dominican Republic. He was the first person that started putting his blends into our branding. And by the way, I have one of the first cigars that we did in the past from Pony Amaro. I still have one in here, and I got more there. That was 2014 when we started that journey with him. Then now we build and we make a factory with Derlin Reyes, which is our next master blender, and I think that one is the one that had put Santiago Cigars on the map, right? His blends, his dedication, his commitment to this project, that kid is unbelievable. All the blends that you tried from Dominican Republic, that was his blend for this Tiki Oasis 2025 that we did. 2026 that we did. The Habano, this is my favorite. Dominican Republic, that was
I had one of those. That was part of the Tiki one, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this one. Yeah. So this year we showcase these ones, and the Connecticut as well. This is the one, Bruce, that I was mentioning. That once you try this cigar, you will see.
I think you like that one, Bruce.
Yeah, and if you like Arturo Fuentes, you're gonna love Santiago Cigars.
There we go. Yeah. I'm always open for that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. We will send some your way. But we grow the tobacco in Ecuador, export into Nicaragua with Oscar Rivera. That's where we do all the Esteli Nicaragua cigars. We manufacture there. Dominican Republic, Derli Reyes in Villa Gonzalez, Pony Amaro as well. We got we also do branding for other customers. And we use Carlos Amaro, Pony Amaro to do those blends for our customers. Those are what we call the white labels that we do. We always use Carlos for that. Yeah, we do the white labels.
So
that's
Amir,
that's when we do the branding for companies and stuff like that.
I mentioned to Bruce a couple of days ago when we were getting this set up. I'm like, Bruce, what would you think about a Weathered Report branded cigar?
There you go. We can do it. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm sure you can do it.
So,
hey,
go ahead, Bruce.
Before we get into the next segment, because we're going to talk about growing tobacco and stuff like that, aging. I mean, you got one there from 2014. Do cigars age, and do they get better with age, or do they just do they stay the same? Once they're wrapped, are they done? Like kind of like a brandy. Once you put brandy in a bottle, it no longer ages. But I mean, does the cigar age and get better as it grows, or
as it goes? Well, we can say yes and no. And here's the thing: if you got two different things, right? So if you leave your cigar like this, like unwrap it, yes, it's gonna age. This is gonna age. It's gonna keep aging. Yep. But once you put in a cellophane, that's it, because there's no airflow, so you constrain or stop the aging process on the cigar. All that you do with this, you just stop. You just maintain everything as this the last time that it was before sealing or before putting into the cellophane. This is just part of the marketing. Once you put in the humidor, so the conditions where you put that cigar is what is gonna happen to the cigar. So there's
no right or wrong. If you put it in without the wrapper, it's going to age in your humidor. Whether it's quality or not, is going to consider whether it ages well. And if you leave it in the wrapper, then it's just not going to age. It's just going to be what it is.
Yeah, if you leave it on the cellophane, it just stop the process because there's no airflow. So
Got you.
And again, you need to maintain your humidity, 69, 72, the maximum. Your temperature, you need to, again, the same. So you put your humidity on 69, temperature 69. If you raise
you see me doing this. I abuse my cigars. I'll have to admit, I abuse my cigars. I just do it. I looked at this morning. I was going to get my cigars today, going like, please be one that's smokable.
you know what? And this is when we did the Tiki Oasis, I think that one of the things that I mentioned to the spectator, and Ken, I don't know if you remember this, but because Arizona is too dry and hot, by the time that I handled the cigars, they're already toasted. Like the wrapper, there's no humidity, so they intend to just get dry. This year, what I did, I just start giving the cigars at the end, because otherwise they're gonna be all dry. You need to maintain them in a certain temperature and humidity in order to keep that profile on the cigar.
But they can come back.
Bruce is hoping because he's got 20 cigars he's gonna have to go up and throw away.
But listen, let's say that you have the cigar and you get dry. Don't worry, just get a paper towel, wet it a little bit, just put it on the fridge, in there where you put the vegetable. Just leave it there for 3-4 days.
That's what I did.
Take out the towel, take it out, and that's it. Just let it sit for 1 day outside. Humidity 69, 72, and that's it. You bring it back to life. Yeah, you can.
Put it back in the humidor and make sure that you keep the humidor at where it's supposed to be. I understand. Let's talk about premium tobacco, and because you mentioned that you were thinking about going ahead and start doing tobacco here in California.
Yeah, absolutely. So just to keep that narrative, right, on the manufacturing side, Nicaragua, Dominican. Right. So now we make a trial last year in Nipomo, California. We grow. I went to Connecticut, to Windsor. I went there to the Tobacco Museum. I grabbed some seed. They gave me the seeds. I brought them here, California. We make a trial, 100 plants. From those 100 plants, we get a yield of 97% yield. Leaf that reached 24 inches long by 21 inches wide. So we're talking about a huge
leaf.
Yeah, it's a big leaf. So, we dry it. I have it right here, right in front of me, just waiting to be chipped. We're going to send it to be processed and fermented over there to see how combust. And we are in the journey of start doing tobacco growing, California grown, starting next year. Yeah,
it's a lot of R&D then, right? A lot of R&D.
It is. Yeah, absolutely. So I got Mario Hill, which is from Cuba. I got Roberto Andrade from Ecuador, Oscar Rivera from Nicaragua, Deli Reyes from Dominican. all of them, they're gonna be here by a label
Right.
contractor.
Mhm.
We're gonna start working on the label contracting for tobacco growing in California. We're getting those licenses this year to be able to bring them in here and create the manufacture here. We are opening a shop in Morro Bay, California. That's gonna be the base for us to start the manufacturing. We will have like a hand roller there. It's gonna be the hand roller, but in reality, what we're gonna be doing is just manufacturing, starting the manufacturing process in
Yeah.
California as well.
Yeah.
And again, yeah, I think that we're gonna be the first California growers
Yeah.
on
So as
tobacco.
a backyard nursery guy that I am, I deal in square feet with
Okay.
my backyard nursery, and I sell seedlings. You deal in acres of tobacco. What's the challenges that you have in California? Because I know there's a lot of challenges in California
Let's
to do
try.
any type of farming or growing or anything like that. Are you facing any challenges?
Well, I would say yes. It's just the getting the land, finding the correct land, and trying to find a place that is not too windy. Which is
Oh, I
Windy.
suppose wind. Yeah, I didn't think of
Ah,
that.
yeah,
windy. So okay, so
super
yeah,
windy.
so that's the thing. So like you said, so it's also a soil condition. Like you can only grow onions somewhere, you can
Yep.
only grow garlic somewhere because the soil
Absolutely.
conditions have to be right.
Right.
Yeah.
You're close to the coast there in Santa Maria. I know that's
Yep.
where you're at, and so the growing conditions are different. I mean, even my growing conditions just a mile away from me is very windy in the valley of Diablo Valley where I live, and
Yeah.
I'm up near the foothills, and I don't deal with that wind, so I don't have to worry about that. But all that stuff has
Yeah.
that's all a factor, right?
You know how you said it's just R&D. It is what it is. It's a long process. It's not like, okay, let's start doing this tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right, right.
A lot of people can try.
I'm learning
The
that.
process is just tedious. But again, yeah, United States, you got you got Kentucky. They do the
Mhm.
fire cure cigar or tobacco. That's more for cigarettes, and they do for chewing tobacco. Then you go to Florida. You got Tampa. You got all those companies, JC Newman, whatever. All those guys in there, they manufacture there. They grow their own tobacco. But California, it's tricky. The good thing in California, you got the good thing and the bad thing. The bad thing, okay, where can we grow without to don't be too windy, or what conditions do we need to create in order to eliminate the winds to damage the plant? That was
Got
the
it.
first challenge that we get. Uh,
Okay. And
but
the climate, because you're there at Santa Maria, so you got a lot of fog that comes in. You got overcast all that time,
yeah,
all that
yeah,
stuff that comes in and out of there.
yeah,
That creates a
there's a
factor
lot of
also, right?
black, yeah, correct, insects and stuff like that that can harm the plant. And at least in here, what we're doing just growing organic tobacco. FDA, they come, they already assessed what I have been trying to do, and yeah, they say, yeah, you are fully organic. So USDA, USDA is gonna just give us the USDA stamp for organic tobacco.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
USDA is pretty easy here in California. They came and
Yeah.
they're there to help you more than anything else. They
Yeah,
say,
no,
hey,
absolutely, they
yeah,
are, and they're
yeah,
committed. Like FDA, they just want me to start the
right,
process. You're
yeah,
gonna do it, so they call, they send email like every month. Hey, where you at? Are you ready? Are you ready? Yeah, we're getting there. They're just excited as I am, and
yeah.
I never get that support from the government. First time that
Yeah.
FDA trying to push us to do it, but yeah, it is
Until they're not nice. Until they're
yeah,
not nice.
Yeah, to have them
right.
actually help is that's a nice turn of events to have the government actually help you. I
Yeah.
And we can talk about this a little bit if you're up for it. I know you were talking about you're are putting a store together. Now, is this an online store? Is this a brick and mortar store? Or
Yeah, it's a brick and mortar store. It's just a cigar shop, manufacturer, uh, showroom, kind of gift shop in Morro Bay. Morro Bay is recognized. It's just a tourist area.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a small town. They have like 11,000
Mm.
the population in that county
Yeah.
or city, but they get 800,000 visitors and
Wow.
tourists,
Mhm.
between visitors and tourists a year. That's a lot of people.
Yeah,
You know?
it's like in Santa Cruz, Capitola,
So correct. So
Paso
because
Robles.
Morro Bay it's right in the coastline.
Mhm.
So yeah, people go to Morro Bay, but they specifically goes to the Embarcadero, and that's where we have the shop. That's where we're opening the shop. We just get the permits at the beginning of the month, last 2 weeks ago. We get the
nice.
permits already to start the construction on the humidor, because the shop we make it a humidor. So we got 600 square foot. From those 600 square foot, 450 is the humidor.
Oh,
So
nice.
it's huge. It's an immense
Yeah.
humidor.
And that also entails a climate control, humidity control. The certain types of wood that you have to use to be able to have that humidor in there. And so there's
This is just samples. We have been working on in this all this month. Yeah, everything. The cedar wood that have to be there because it's right in the ocean. It's the front ocean.
Right.
So we need to create that barrier because we can have that breeze coming into the humidor. So I designed it in the way that it just makes sense for the shop, right? And it will maintain the quality, flavor, and aroma, which is our slogan back there, of the cigars. So yeah, I spent quite a few weeks just to design the shop. I did it myself, and super impressed. Like, yeah, we're working on it, Ken. We have that. It's coming. We was targeting to open in August, but because of the delay with the city and stuff, so now we need to push it for around September, October.
Sure.
But hopefully by December, it's gonna be fully open. Absolutely.
So the FDA doesn't care, the USDA doesn't care, but the city, they care.
Yeah, they do care. Yeah, absolutely. But they have been. Yeah, I think that I'm grateful with them because they give me the opportunity. They see how I approach, how I did everything, like everything by the law, by the book, and they get impressed. Everybody just excited, waiting for that shop to open. It's gonna bring a lot of tourists to the area. We know that for a fact it's gonna do it because of the type of humidor that we are building. So you get into it and it's a different environment. Like,
it sounds like you're really building a destination.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what it is.
Destination.
Right. So you're in Morro Bay. Your actual building location, is it like you were meticulous about figuring out where that location was? It's got to be next to this or in between this and this.
Everything, yes, absolutely.
Tell us where you're going to be in between. What are you in between?
So I have it's a gift shop in the left hand. It's a gift shop. They sell clothes and stuff like that. On the right side is a winery and beer type of a bar. Go. Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect. What a great
in
spot.
the corner, right at the back, is a brewery.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, man,
I think that we got the good spot. Yeah. And right in front, there's nothing, just seagulls, sea lions, and otters.
What excites you the most about your opening and getting this shop going?
It just bringing new culture into Morro Bay. There's not a lot of Puerto Ricans. There's not a lot of Dominican. I would say there's none. It just be myself and I.
Okay.
It's just that challenge to bring people and bring new culture into that area. I think that we're gonna help that city to build more population there. Definitely. Yeah.
I think what excites me is that there's all kinds of cigar bars. I mean, we got a cigar bar in Gilroy. We have one in Morgan Hill. Have one in San Jose, just right down the street from me. But I don't see anybody who's doing their own cigars, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's what excites me the most is being there and going like, this guy, we're gonna go to his shop and he makes his own cigars. I mean, that's something you can go to. But I would be excited going down there, knowing that I'm going golfing down there in a couple of months. If you were there, I would be there.
There you go. So you know that Morro Bay have one of the best courses. Just the best view that you
yeah.
can get in a golf course. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. We go down. We
Oh,
go
yeah.
down there at least once a year to go golfing, and we've golfed a couple of different courses down there.
All right.
Castle Robles, Morro Bay, all
Oh,
those
so
places.
you already know the area.
I'm
So
already
more
in
than
it. I'm
welcome.
already
Yeah,
in it.
we're gonna keep in touch. Yeah, no, more than welcome. Yeah, we're just excited. We can't wait for the day that we can say, okay, we're finally open. Has been a challenge, but yeah.
So I've got a question about scaling, and it would be partly selfish. I'm just wondering. So if someone wanted to become a Santiago cigar dealer somewhere else in the country, is there a way to do that? Is there a bunch of laws you got to worry about and doing this the kind of thing? I suppose every state's a little bit different.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
not really, because the good thing with us is that because we have the manufacturing in different international as well, we got based on Nicaragua and Dominican Republic. So we can deal straight with retailers or cigar lounge if they don't want to pass through the burden of being paying the taxes of the excise tax from California to be shipped out to them.
Right.
We can ship straight from
Ship
manufacturer.
direct.
Yeah, and
That's good.
it will save.
I already know. I already can tell Bruce wants to open a shop. So.
No, I know a couple of people that own shops, so I mean, I'll be
There you
definitely, I'll be definitely steering them towards this interview. And man, yeah, it's just exciting to hear what you got to go. What does it look 5 years from now?
Wow. That's
I'm hitting with the hard question.
Yeah, you got me. Yeah, you got me.
I mean,
well,
you've been it since 2014.
If I can tell you, look, if I look
your word-
myself 1 year ago versus today, there's a lot of things that had happened in just 1 year. So 5 years from now, I see myself just complete with the label contractor, being able to produce and manufacture and grow my tobacco here. That's my goal. So how do I see myself in 5 years? Already accomplished that, and become the first California growing tobacco.
You look happy. You look happy about it, man. That's absolutely.
Yeah. I don't want to be named anymore like, oh, that's the engineer, oh, the automation, the farmer, the guy that brought the tobacco, the guy that brought the new culture, all these other countries into Morro Bay and Santa Maria, and create this new culture, new food, new events and stuff like that. That's what I like, and I think that's where I see myself 5 years from now.
Cool.
Well, we're behind you on that idea. I think that's fantastic. I think it's a great. That's an excellent goal. I think it's reachable too, and like you said, it's going to take a lot of work and trial and error, like with everything. So, how do we get cigars from you now? So, someone's listening to this and go, "Boy, I got to try this. I really like this guy."
Just go into our Instagram, Santiago_cigars. There are other Santiago cigars. Yeah, no, this is the Santiago_cigars. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and just send us a message. You're gonna be dealing just direct with me. There's no intermediary. So if they know you, absolutely through you or through Bruce now, this is how you get to Santiago Cigars. It's just by networking. It's not a cigar that you will find in everywhere and anywhere. You need to be in the network in order to try this new branding that is coming to revolutionize the market.
I love it. That was my question, because obviously I'm not going to go to a cigar shop here in Wisconsin and find them. And I like handcrafted things. I like to look at the person in the face that's making these things and be able to shake your hand and get your story, because every cigar you have that you smoke like that, every one I had on my deck when I was sitting out there when I got back from the Tiki Oasis, I was thinking about you. I was thinking about, my God, what this guy had to do to get this cigar in my hand. He had to wrap all this stuff and figure out all these things. And he took the time to show us, bring samples and say, this is how it's done. Here's the rolling machine. That's it's a personal level. And I think that it's one of the things that you're very good at. Your presentation is phenomenal. I mean, everyone talked about it after it was all over. you're there for what, 90 minutes and something. We have a little bit of rum, have a cigar, and we talk about it. Stuff's great. You did your presentation. But for the 2 days after that, every time I ran into anybody there, they were still talking about it. And with me too. I'm like, did you believe? I couldn't believe it. He had this, and he folded his grandma. And in the story, people buy from people. They don't buy from companies. And whether it's the car salesman you're buying from, you're not buying from Ford, you're buying from the salesman that's selling you the car. You're buying from the grocery store that you like to go to because you like the clerk or the manager or whatever. And this is the same thing to me. You're starting something from the ground up. You're really taking a chance in doing this, trying to grow it in California, and I think you're going to do it. I have every faith that you will be able to, God willing. And I just think it's great. So we'll be sure to share in the show notes and all that kind of stuff. Go to see, it's Santiago _cigars.
Yeah, correct.
Exactly.
Santiago _cigars.
Right? Yeah, it's going on there and put it in there right now.
So it goes at Instagram, right?
Yeah, you can find it Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, but yeah, and thank you, Ken, for that. And something that I haven't told you, I already talked to Bruce about it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that we have some ideas, and I think that we should be doing a collaboration with you anytime soon. I think that we follow you, we see your work as well.
Oh, thank you.
I think that it goes aligned, and everything is just meant to be. God to speak by himself by just putting people together. And I think that the opportunity that came up was this year. I know that we talked 2 years ago, but we didn't decide nothing. But look how this year just everything opens up. So I think that it's meant to be. And we're more than excited. And I know for a fact that we will be doing big things together. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to talk more about that, and we, our company, we're trying to figure out how that would fit in to what we're doing. We're in the middle of doing a few reorganizational things right now with our marketing and that kind of thing. And I'm really pushing hard to do a cigar line because I think that would just be very popular. Guys that ride Harleys love cigars.
That would be awesome, man. God dang, that would be awesome.
And guys that make art also like cigars. I think I can see you and me working on the bands for the Tiki Oasis cigar.
No, absolutely,
year. I would love to work with you on that.
So that now that you mentioned that, and we can brainstorm here quick in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So we got the Salomones. This is what we call artisan cigars, and we can do magic with these cigars. We can cut the wrapper to make designs on it, right? So,
wow!
You
were talking about that.
Yeah, so it's just the silhouette of whatever item we can do. But put that on your mind. So I think that this is gonna be the limited edition 2027. 2028, 2029.
Oh, I have ideas.
Edition, what we can do, yeah.
Imagine having cigars and artist prints that matched each other.
That is awesome.
We're vending there next year too. My wife and I are going to do it. Last year we said this is the last. This year it's like this is the last year. We're just going to go on vacation. Next year we're going to vend.
Yeah.
So I bought a truck. I got to get a trailer for it now so we can bring all our junk down there. But we'll definitely talk because that would be phenomenal. I would really enjoy working with you on that.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely.
And we'll make Bruce buy a bunch.
There we go.
Oh, no, absolutely. That's the first thing.
I can see my shadow figure of Weathered Soul on a cigar already. I could just see it.
That's right.
To me, it's already there.
Well, and see, Bruce and I are both big on collaborations. That's actually why we're here. We were both part of a mastermind marketing group a few years back called the Nomad Network, and that's where Bruce and I got to be good friends. And we started a little business where we were doing. Bruce plays guitar, I play drums, a couple other little things. And we were making opening jingles and stuff for podcasts. And then of course AI came and just wiped that whole business clean to the point that we even use it. But this is that kind of collaboration. And we've worked with there's a tattoo artist, Amy Nichols from it's slipping my mind, Bruce. Her company, the tattoo.
Oh God, please.
See, I put you on the spot. Neither of us remember. Anyway, Apprentice Diaries. But
Prentice Diaries, yes,
she is an unbelievably talented artist that just happens to be a tattoo artist as well. And we've done collaborations with her. We've done it with Bruce works with the guys at the Lions of Liberty podcast network, and they do he's got a whole line of health products that they sell.
Right.
So we're big on collaborations, networking. We're growing our network. We want to help you grow yours, and especially with what you're doing. My God, what an undertaking! We're very impressed. I think you're gonna kill it. I think you're gonna do really well.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, and yeah, we're working for that. Every day I wake up and it's just with the same mindset and the same goal every day. And yeah, thank you for that. And looking forward years to come. And again, yeah, we do a lot of things. So yeah, we want to jump into wedding events, collaborations, companies, enterprises, everything. We want to cover everybody, and bring this joy and this culture that we have and bring into other people's life and make other people's happy, because that's what it is. Just what it's
That's all it's all about. If you can make other people happy, you'll love what you do and you'll be successful at it.
Yeah, damn, Ken, I'm excited for this guy, man. I think
right. You see why I was like Bruce. I'm like, we gotta have Amir on. This guy's awesome. We really. I mean, you're a highlight of the Tiki Oasis, and that's saying something because that is one spectacular time down there.
Thank you. Yeah,
I always enjoy talking to you, and thank you for coming on the show. I know it was a little bit of short notice, but we really appreciate it, and I think this is going to be great. We'll of course put all the links to how they can get a hold of you.
Absolutely.
In the show notes and stuff, and we'll share the heck out of it too.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. Again, Amir, thanks a lot, man, for coming and being part of episode 97 of the Weather Report. And hey, we'll be back here again in about a month with somebody else to talk to. Hopefully, another entrepreneur that's going somewhere like Amir, and maybe we can get them all together. We'll collaborate and do all kinds of networking. But until then, I just want to give you guys thank you for being here, and thank you for watching the show. Also, I have to give props to our sponsor, our coffee sponsor, Colloquium Craft Coffee. Go down to Colloquium Craft Coffee. That's colloquiumcraft.coffee for the best coffee you've ever had in the whole world.
Fantastic, and they do
fantastic coffee. We'll set you up there, Miller, with some good coffee. Use the promo code WSMG15 for 15% off of any coffee that you want there at colloquiumcraft.coffee. That is also going to be in the show notes. But like I said, thank you, Amir. We'll see you soon.
You're welcome.
I can't wait to go down to Morro Bay and check out your store, man. That's going to be
absolutely.
I'm going to bring all my golfing buddies, and
we're going to be waiting for you here. And by the way, before we leave, so Colloquium Craft Coffee, right? So
colloquiumcraft.coffee.
This is the one for pair with that coffee.
There we go.
Oh,
go.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. You drink a coffee in the morning and you get.
Let's put them in touch.
Yeah,
Bruce.
We will put you in touch with Bill Reichland, the owner of.
If we don't make it, I'll give the money back. That's guaranteed.
Absolutely. Thank you, Amir, man, and we will see you next time when we come back.
All right. Thank you for everything, guys. Appreciate it. Bye bye. Have a good one. Thank you.